tastes good. Fanta, 0 sugar, being good. Because I have to make room for chocolate later, you know how it is. Oh, I'm on my own at the moment. Nobody's come to join me. Let's see who's going to be the first one. Well, somebody's given me a thumbs up, so somebody is around. Let's see who makes the first comment. Hey, Claire, for a change. You're the first one today. You've beaten Nathan and you've beaten Chris. Hi, June. Normally it's Nathan. Aha, there's Chris. Slow off the mark. Claire and June beat you to it today, Chris. You're not the first one. It's usually Nathan, isn't it? Hi, Lisa. I've put my granny squares into 17s because that's how many it takes to go across. So I've put kind of one of each colour. I know they're very similar, but they are slightly different. If that sounds okay with everybody. I've got about 7 or 8 colours, all pastel, but they're all pale shades. Yeah, they're all. So I use them slightly differently, trying not to put 2 together that look similar, if you know what I mean. Oh, just been listening to ABBA while I got ready. Hi, Ella. Oh dear, here we go. Here we go. Ah, dearie me. Hi, Ben. It's good you haven't changed your name, Ben, otherwise I wouldn't know it was you, would I? Righty-ho, let's see. I've got to put things not in. Oh, that's the same as that one. I can't have that there. Let's bury it a bit further into it. I'm a bit fussy. I don't like 2 together. Right. That's 1, 2, and 3 that aren't alike. Right, let's do 4, 5, and 6 now. Sorry if I'm ignoring you. I'm not really. I'm just trying to sort my squares out so I don't get any that are the same together. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've got to do 7, 8, 9, haven't I? So that's 7, 8. No, that's like that one. Can't have that. 9. Yeah. Hi, Miguel. Oh, she's back. Miguel's back's gone out. Oh dear. You're not the only one, love. I've got news for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I walked into the kitchen and my back nearly went, ooh. Oh, you can't watch me flashing lights. I'm sorry about that, Karen. Sorry about that, dear. Oh, it's my Christmas tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's like that one. Can't have that. Oh, that's like that. Can't have that. I'll be with you in a minute. Should have done this before I started. 12. Oh, goodness knows what's going on. 13. 14. 15. 16. Oh, wouldn't you believe it? The last one Is exactly the same as that. Oh, Lord. Tell you what we'll do. We'll put that at the very beginning. Right, I'm right now. Oh dear, right. You're lurking, Sandra. Hello, Jean. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Sina. Oh dear. It's been absolutely hammering it down here. I'm so thirsty today. I don't know why. We had chicken for tea, but it wasn't, salty or anything like that. Oh, what are you going around checking Dollar Trees for? Have I missed something while I was doing my squares? Um, my head's usually in the way, Karen, of the flashing lights, if it's any use. I don't know what you've been tracking down, Miguel. I'm sure it's something nice. Oh, Manchester Evening News. I don't want to know the latest coronavirus rates in Manchester. Hi, Sid. Don't want to know. Got my head in the sand. You got the... Oh, I've just busted the band. I'm so strong. I'm like Incredible Hulk. Ah, dear. You cooked a 15 bean soup. I don't think I know 15 beans to put in there. Would give me an awful lot of wind, that, Miguel. It's not too indelicate a subject. Yeah. Anything with lots of veggies in like that. Well, Poppy, not called Poppy. Rosie's definitely getting better. She started running around chewing things up. She's now chewed her third doormat. She's got a thing about doormats. We buy her lots of toys, don't think we're being mean, but she prefers to play with a doormat and chew it up. We try to distract her with toys, but I'm looking after her tomorrow, so I hope she's better. Hi, Jane. She was with me the other night. She was sitting there playing with her ball and that. You can buy a bag of 15 different beans. I don't think we've got 15 different beans over here, Miguel. Maybe I'm wrong, because I'm not much into sort of dried beans and stuff. Pulses and that. They give me terrible stomachache and terrible wind. Set my IBS off a treat, they do. I'm having enough trouble with IBS without having any beans. Right, I've got to the end of my wall. Found it. Right. Well, I'll wait while everybody's in and then I'll show you what I've been got this week. So I'll wait while everybody's watching first. We're going to start crocheting it together. Your throw looks great on that side of it. But when I turn it over, it's like a spider's web. Except spider's webs are joined up. These are not. They're just like ends everywhere. But I decided I would crochet it all together. Then at least if the worst come to the worst, we could put it on the sofa and pretend that the scraggy bits at the back weren't there. I'd started sewing it up like row by row, but I've given it up as a bad job. Yeah, right. Is everybody here? Everybody ready? And I can show you what I've got. Well, I start off with, we went out with the ladies from the evening knit club. We went out for a lovely, lovely meal. We went to a carvery, if you know what a carvery is in the US. You get a ticket and then you sort of stand in kind of like a queue thing, but they let you tell you when it's your turn to go up. And you can choose what you want from the meat selection. You can have all beef, you could have all ham, you could have all turkey, or you could have a bit of everything. If you're a vegetarian, I'm not quite sure what you would do. Maybe they have something tucked away in the back that you could have. And then you go along the line, and there's vegetables. Absolutely gorgeous. Loads and loads of vegetables, and you just help yourself to however much you want of the vegetables. The only thing that they choose to give you is the meat. I only had a small dinner because, I know I'm a big girl, but I don't eat that much. But, you could help yourself to lots of veggies, which I love. Cauliflower, cheese, beans, sprouts, everything. Roasted potatoes, and the mash was just, so gorgeous, the mashed potato. And gravy. I didn't have a starter because I knew that I wouldn't have room for my dinner if I had a starter. So, and then I had a sweet and afters. I tell you, there was enough for about 3 people. Honestly. It was salted caramel ice cream with some bits of like Maltesers and crunchy bars and all sorts on. With loads and loads of cream, honestly. When it came, I thought, I've made a mistake ordering this. And you can't take it home in a doggy bag, can you? I should have ordered some cake like the others did. Then they give you a cellophane box to put your leftover cake in. Oh, it was gorgeous, Denise, but too much really. I shouldn't have eaten all that. Anyway, my blanket is falling everywhere. Oh, right. Wait a minute. That's yeah. I'll draw it that way. Anyway, right. What I was going to get onto was we did a Secret Santa. Thank you, Eason. No, I'm putting on weight, Eason. I put a couple of pounds on. But like you say, Denise, it's Christmas. And anyway, we did a Secret Santa. We all had to take a present along, but we didn't know who we were taking a present for. And when I opened mine, I think I got the best present of anybody. Look at that. I know I've said it before on my other video, but look, just in case you didn't see, a Harrods bag. If you've been in London, Harrods is like the place to go. Terribly, terribly expensive. They have doormen in livery, that open the door for you. Very, very posh. Anyway, I put my hand in it and I went, ooh, and pulled my hand out again because I felt something inside and I wasn't quite sure what it was. Anyway, they said, go on, you're all right, put your hand in, it won't bite you. Anyway, it was, now it's going to look blue, but I can assure you it's a deep purple. It's called Mirasol Ya Super Chunky, and it is so, so soft. Absolutely gorgeous. It hasn't got many yards on it, so I've got 3 of them. I'll probably make a hat, maybe, and maybe a cowl or something. But so soft, so soft. So that was what I got. Then, if you remember, me talking about a shop called Moonbeams and Mayhem. You see, put the light around a bit. Ooh, that makes me wrinkles, but worse. I ordered these. Again, these look blue and they're not, they're purple. My friend didn't like them. She said they look like a mishmash. But I thought they were gorgeous. Yes, I know I could probably have made them myself, but, why treat yourself? And they are lined with fleece, and they are so, so, so warm. They are warm, warm, warm. So that was my present to me. Yeah. Then you may have been on when Daniel said he was going to send me something. Now, I don't want you to think I begged for anything. I don't. And I actually private messaged him afterwards and said, look, Daniel, you don't need to send me anything. I'm not asking for anything. You don't need to. But he said, no, I'm going to send you something, and I want to send you something. Anyway, it comes in a little cellophane bag with all little paws all over. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? And it's called the Froggy Dance Mega Set, and the 20-gram ball, hanks or skeins or whatever you want to call them. They're 4-ply, and there's approximately 200. There's 200 grams altogether. It doesn't tell me how many yards are on them, but we'll have to guess. Anyway, each one comes with a pair. You get like a plain lime green and a lime green and a navy. And then there's a pink and a pink that comes with... Hi, Froggy, you're not having my wool. This is called Froggy what? Froggy something. It's the colours. And there's pink with pink and navy. And then I've got sort of an orangey peach with orange and navy. There's a beautiful sort of limey yellow colour. Oh, is it named after her? Oh, right. And those. And then there's two that are just, well, they're not matched up, they're just separate. There's a turquoise and like a purple random one. They were named after you, Froggy, were they? Oh, well, yeah. I didn't know that, you see. Didn't know. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet. I am definitely not making socks with them because they're 75% merino, and that is far too nice to stick in my shoes. Anyway, not only that, as you know, Lolly's in Blackpool is closing down, and she's getting rid of all her oddments and everything. And so I decided to go for a mystery bag. So I got some Armoni. This is all Aran. Armoni in an emerald green. I got a peach colour, Armoni. Peach. These have all got 190 grams on them. They're 100% synthetic, these, yeah. And I also got a lilac. Then I got a surprise one, really. I got a Red Heart Super Saver in Aran colour. As you said, that is a bit firmer, but it may be nice slippers or something like that. And then, last but not least, Bernat Super Value. It's not royal blue. It looks royal blue on there. It's more like a peacock blue. It doesn't have a colour. No. Froggy is your friend, right? Yeah. Right, that's all I got this week. Having said that, I've ordered the presents for the family. Got them ordered. They haven't arrived yet, but I've got them ordered. I've got a new cover for my seat of my scooter because I went out on Wednesday to knit club. And while I was in knit club, it absolutely poured down. Now, I'd put my scooter underneath like a structure that had a roof on it, but it didn't have sides. So my scooter was absolutely sopping wet when I came back outside again. And it was, I had a towel in my backpack, But I found out that the backpack is not particularly waterproof, so the towel was a bit damp. So, cut a long story short, by the time I got home, I had a very wet bottom. So I thought, no, I'm not having this. So I've ordered a cover. It's only like made out of like cagoule stuff. Well, that arrived today. But my little apron that's supposed to fit over my knees to keep me warm and dry hasn't arrived yet. So that's the sum total of my purchases this week. I think I've gone a little bit mad. But I'm going to get a Christmas bonus. Pensioners are going to get a Christmas bonus now. Hold tight when you find out how much it is. I won't be sharing it all with you all. Won't be sharing it. £10. It's been the same Christmas bonus since 1990 something or other. £10. They haven't put it up. You know, with inflation and things, you think they would have gone a bit mad and made it more than 10, wouldn't you? But it's been the same amount of money, apparently, since 1990 something. Yeah. Hi, Nana Michelle. Hi, Jane. Hi, Kaz. Oh, hi, everybody I've missed. So I might treat myself to a coffee with me Christmas bonus. Hey, they don't spoil us over here in the UK. Well, the weather's been abysmal. Yeah, I'm getting an increase, Miguel. I'm getting an extra £4 a week in April. Don't want to go mad with that, do I? You know, what do they expect us to do with £4 a week? The gas prices, I don't mean petrol gas, I mean gas to cook with. The prices of that's gone through the roof. The electric's gone through the roof, the price of that. And they give us an extra £4 a week. Luckily, I am living with family and we share expenses for everything now. So I wouldn't be worried like I would have been if I'd have still been living on my own. You know, it's terrible, isn't it? You think the elderly need the heat. Yeah, don't spend it all at once. No, I know. Phew. I mean, luckily we don't have any rent to pay here. We've got the council tax, which is enormous. 5.9. We've got 3%, I think we've got, the girl. Honestly. Right. Somebody give Carol a nudge if she nods off, right? You'd be all right if I nod off, wouldn't you? I've done it before. Done it before. They all know on here. They all know I've done it before. Nodded off. I think it was Nathan that said 3, 2, 1, Jan's back in the room when I woke up again. Luckily, I didn't sleep for long. I just nodded off. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah. 5.9%. You're doing better than we are. I think it's 3% we've got. 3% of not very much is still 3% of not very much. They don't overwhelm us in the UK with our pension, believe me. I'm sure they're trying to starve all the old folk out. These beggars are living too long. We'll put the gas prices up so they can't afford to keep warm. We'll put the food up so they can't afford to eat. We'll get rid of them somehow. Oh, you got all the same, did you, Kaz? I've just shown mine. I got all different colours. I got assorted. It'll use up, though, if I only make hats, yeah? A lot more than you get. Yeah, well, when you think about it, I've paid into the system since I've been, 17. This is how they treat you. It's like, oh, you've paid into the system, but tough luck. You're living too long. Can you just die? And then we don't have to pay you anything. We're too busy paying out people who've never worked, aren't we? And people who just come to the country, we're too busy paying them. We can't look after our veterans. We can't look after our old people. No, they can stay homeless and everything. We don't care. Honestly. They have things wrong way round in this country. I'm sure they do in America. Yeah. I was watching Little Drops of Wonderful Miguel today. I just made a little bit of her video quite by accident. She's got a new run for her chickens. She was trying to put it up in the garden. Yeah, it's not fair when you've been paid into the system all your life and then they treat you like you're a leper, like you're wanting your money back. Oh, you actually want money back that you've been paid in? Oh, how dare you? Yeah. Have you locked your chickens up, Miguel? We don't want the coyotes getting your chickens or the cat. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, she was walking. The one I saw today, she was going round a castle or something with her friend. I like it when she goes out and about because I'm not much into knitting, so she does a lot of knitting. So I'm not like as interested when she's doing her strictly socks and stuff like that. But I like it when she goes out and about with her friend and she shows different places. I do like that. Yeah. I went through today actually unsubscribing from a lot of my YouTube videos because they haven't made videos for 2 and 3 years, some people. So I thought, oh, I can't. I'm not keeping them on my list. Yeah. And they've just vanished. One of them hasn't made a video for 9 years, so I thought there's not much point following her, is there? Not much point. No, Kim's cat's still not missing. She's going to adopt another kitty. She's still hoping that her other one comes back, but she's going to adopt another kitty. Oh my goodness, you're having houses. Hi, Esther. Yeah, she's very sweet, Kim. She did a lovely craft fair. She did quite well. But she does lots and lots of little toys and things, yeah. I did one year ago. I did Vlogmas 1 year, but I just couldn't commit myself to doing it this year. People in and out of the house, doorbells, well, not the doorbell because we haven't got one at the minute. People knocking on the door with parcels and the dog barking and running around. I just couldn't commit to doing one every day. I managed to do one the other day because everybody was out. Yeah. Yeah. Next week's going to be a busy week as well. I booked in for a pedicure. I can't get free chiropody anymore in where I am now. I used to get it in Manchester. Can't get it over here. So I went to the chiropodist and it cost me £40. So I went for a pedicure. A pedicure does everything that a chiropodist does, except they don't do the Doppler, on my feet. But hey ho. And they really you know, sort of massage your feet, do everything. And they only charged me £20. So I thought, why should I pay £40 to a chiropodist when I can get my feet pampered for 20? Yeah. No, I did look actually about Sandra Pearl. She's not had any videos out for a long time because she's on my subscribe list. I haven't actually knocked her off the subscription list, but she hasn't made any videos for quite some time. It's amazing. I went through my whole list of subscribers, and it was amazing how many people have not made videos for quite some time. I saw Jill's daughter made a video saying Jill was poorly and her husband. I hope they're feeling better. But they haven't got COVID, apparently. They've been tested. So I don't think we'll see Jill on here tonight. Yeah, Kim's kitten has gone. I think somebody's taken it in. If it had been run over or anything like that, she would have found it. Or somebody would have mentioned seeing a little cat in the road or something. I think it's, you know, cats are not very loyal. They go to whoever's feeding them. Somebody's probably took it in and keeping it as an indoor cat, which is why she's not seen it since. You know, they're not very loyal cats, sadly. You know, they go to where the food's nicer, don't they? Somebody's giving them tuna and chicken, they'll stay. Yeah, they're on antibiotics. Jill's daughter did a little short video, which I saw. I saw it today. I don't know when she put it up. Yeah, Kim's cat's been missing. She bought a pair of kittens. I think they were brothers, and one of them went out, and he just didn't come back. She doesn't know where he is. I think somebody's took him in. Yeah. Hi Esther. Hi Pauline. Yeah, so I doubt we'll see Jill tonight. She's not good. She'll be in bed or by the nice cozy fire or something. I wonder who's looking after her cows. Well, she's not well. They need you, Miguel, to go and look after the cows. Can you drive down to Jill's? Yeah, I went through the whole of I've got absolutely hundreds of people on my subscriptions. And yeah, I was surprised. I've only ever had one pedicure before. 76, and I've only had 2 pedicures in all my life. But yeah, it's nice. They pamper you. And it's cheaper than a chiropodist, so heck ho. That's me sorted out. I'd rather pay. Oh yeah, that's bound to make them feel better. With the Jewish people, it's chicken soup, isn't it, that they make? It's supposed to be like a cure-all for everything. I don't know what they put in this chicken soup that's so magical, but I'm going out again on Wednesday next week. I'm going out for another Christmas dinner. You've got back in your bed? Oh, right. I don't blame you, Pauline. If I wasn't on here, I think I'd go on. I'd go in my bed. I like my little bedroom. It's warm. Debbie, I can't think what I'm going to do with it. I have to have a think. It's too beautiful to waste it on just nothing, if you know what I mean. Just using it up for the sake of using it up. It's too pretty. I've got to have a good think. I mean, I know there's a lot of colours, but like 4 of them would go together with something else worked in with them to make a shawl. and then another 4 would go together. But like I couldn't use all the 8 colours. Couldn't use all them in one shawl. It would be a little bit too much of a mishmash. Yeah. Oh, you can't just get upstairs to bed. So what do you do when you get up there? You stay there, do you, Pauline? Yeah, I've used the harmony before, Kaz. When I used to be able to buy it from her before she closed down, yeah. Yeah, I've got to think carefully what I'm going to use Daniel's yarn for because it's too pretty to just... And I'm definitely not putting it into socks. 75% merino is not going in my shoes. It's so pretty, it's got to be on view. I'd have to walk about in my socks and no shoes, yeah. Yeah. I want to know what Miguel and Pauline have been doing, being as the both of backs have gone out. I'm just joking. I know what Pauline's done. Yeah. My back doesn't like cold weather. And it's been cold, wet, rainy. Yeah. I used to do that even when I lived on my own in the house. I used to get my shower, get everything done upstairs, get dressed, come down, and then that was it because I had a downstairs toilet. So that was it then until... If anybody used to call, I used to say, would you mind taking that basket of washing upstairs and putting it on my bed so I can sort it? Because I couldn't carry the laundry basket up. I wasn't too bad with the washing coming down because I used to throw it down the stairs bit by bit. And funnily enough, it used to always be the same time somebody would ring the doorbell. And I've got like this mountain of dirty washing at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah. Yeah, I used to do the washing, but I couldn't carry the basket back upstairs again. If nobody came, it used to stay there in the basket until somebody came, and then I had to beg, please, will you just carry my laundry basket up the stairs, please? I'm joining square. Oh, yeah, look at all the ends. Yeah, I'm joining squares together. I'm hoping to get all the squares joined together for this blanket, this throw. And then I can start darning the ends in bit by bit. If the ends aren't darned in, at least we can still put it on the sofa. It's like spaghetti junction at the back. Look at that. You can imagine a whole throw's worth of those. Oh dear. People have been giving me suggestions like I should join the squares as I'm going along. I've never managed to be able to do that. And also I should sew the ends in as I'm doing each square. I did try doing that and then I got confused which was the right and the wrong side of the square. I'm a bit OCD. I wouldn't want to join wrong sides and right sides together. Yeah. Oh, I love anything boho. You know I do. That's why I love these mittens. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? They look blue, but they're not. They're purple. That colour there on the thumb is purple. And they're fully lined with fleece. They are so warm. I was even considering like crocheting round and making a mitten top, you know, to keep them, you know, so I could wear them on my scooter. Because if I wear them on the scooter, I'd have to put a pair of gloves underneath. Yeah. So I was thinking of actually picking up the stitches round there and just crocheting a little top. I know they wouldn't be fleece lined at the top, but they would be nice and warm. Oh, I've tried that, Kaz. They still poke out everywhere. I've tried crocheting over them as I've been going along. Yeah, just ignore it, Miguel. It might go away, yeah. I've tried crocheting the ends in, I've tried doing all sorts of things, and I still finish up darning them in. And I cannot join them as I'm going along. And I couldn't do that anyway. Couldn't do that anyway because I don't know what colours they have to go in, what sequence, because I don't want to put two squares together that are exactly the same. I'm a bit, as I said before, I'm not OCD with anything to do with cleaning or anything to do in the house, tidying or anything like that. I'm just OCD about my crochet. Well, we all have to be about something, don't we? With me, it's, everything has to be looking right. I don't like things out of order. I don't like things that don't match up. I don't like it when buttonholes don't line up. I take things apart. It's a very old pattern, this. Very, very old pattern. Yeah, it's from a book from the 60s. Look at that. You can tell it's old-fashioned, can't you? Big sleeves with tight cuffs. As I am fine, thank you very much. Oh, I'm not a cleaner, Miguel. I've got washing in the washer, just changing my bed. Put me back out today. I practically have to lie on the bed to make it. I can't do duvet covers. Hi, Granny. I think I was better with sheets and blankets, to be quite honest. I've never been the same since I did duvets. I used to make my ex help me with the duvets. And my niece was brilliant. When she used to come on a Saturday, she used to change my bed for me. So I'm sure my daughter-in-law would here if I asked her to, but I try to be as independent as I can be. I mean, she cooks me dinner for me and she cleans. So my lounge carpet's a real disgrace, actually. I need to run the hoover. They're going out tomorrow, so I need to run the hoover over it. Oh, thank you, Azza. Thank you very much, love. Do you knit and crochet by any chance, or do you have any other hobbies? Oh, if you're in the UK, I was watching Grayson Perry the other night. He'd opened up in some gallery or other, and people had done pictures and things, painting. They'd done all kinds of things, pottery and everything, during the lockdown, just to keep themselves sane. And they were being exhibited in this. I love it the way he shows them and he tells all the stories, and he tells what made them do it. And there was a little girl in a wheelchair. She'd done a portrait of Grayson Perry, because he's a little eccentric. If you're in the UK, he's eccentric. And she couldn't speak. She had one of those machines that makes her talk. And she's like that. She couldn't control herself. But she'd managed to do this beautiful painting. I don't know how she'd done it, but it was really good. When you consider her severe disabilities, yeah. Not heard from Mr. Marsh. I don't think he's been on here since I moved, actually. I don't remember. If you've got his email, Miguel, send him a message just so we're all thinking about him, hoping he's okay. Schools have been a bit funny, haven't they, with this lockdown and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I don't have his email. I thought you did, Miguel. Yeah, just check up on him. Just say we've all been, hoping he's okay and stuff like that. Because you do when you don't hear from them for a while, don't you? You just like to check in every now and again, make sure they're all okay. Yeah. I told you I heard from Kelly, didn't I? Oh, I don't hear from any misters, no. Not that it worries me. It's not something I feel the lack of in my life is a mister. Quite happy as I am. You learn to fill your life with other things. It's not the be-all and the end-all of your single, is it? I'd rather be happily single than miserably married, let's just put it that way. I did too many years of being miserably married, but I'm so glad to be single now. Those of you who've had wonderful relationships, I am so happy for you. But it was never in my karma, in my whatever you want to call it. It wasn't mapped out for me. I'm a firm believer that you have this sort of planned out for you. I mean, you can have some input into it. You can make decisions right or wrong along the way. Unfortunately, I tended to make the wrong ones, I tended to turn left when I should have turned right, but we can't change things. It's no good dwelling on things. We can't change it. It's just the cards we got dealt, isn't it? So I'm not going around saying, oh, woe is me, I've not had a husband, I've not had a date for about 15 years. Or more. But it doesn't worry me. There are some women who cannot exist without a man in their life. They feel bereft if they're on their own. Yeah. No. I don't want to be unhappy in a relationship. Yeah. I could have had my son without getting married, but in 1968, you didn't do that sort of thing. Where do I buy my yarn from? Here, there, and everywhere. I go on the market sometimes if I want the cheaper ones, and I go online if I want something a bit more expensive. Yeah. Oh, Miguel, did you see the chihuahuas that our friends had adopted? One's got little stubs, it's got no front legs, and the other one's got, it was born with like a concave chest, and it's pressing on his heart and lungs. I mean, he does take on some dogs, really, doesn't he, that nobody else would have. He's hoping to make it a little set of wheels, the one that has got no front stubs. Yeah, so it can only walk on its like back legs. But the one with the concave chest, it's got to have a lot of operations. Gonna cost him a bit of money. Big dogs, little no, is it big man, little dogs or whatever? Little dogs, big man, something like that. Yeah, that little dog, oh, they're so sweet. And he's brought another one, a little teeny weeny white one he's got. I don't know quite what's wrong with that. Kaz, you've had a happy life. I know you're sad now, but you have had a happy life, which a lot of people have never had, including me. I know you're a widow now, Kaz, but I do envy you in the fact that you did have a happy marriage. Which, yeah, he used to wrestle because one of his little dogs, he's called it Crash, but it's Crash with a K, Crash. And he's called it after one of his wrestling buddies. I don't know what it's called. If Chris was here, he'd remember. I think it's Little Dog's Big Man or something. He's on my Facebook page, which is why I see his videos. Because I don't, as you know, I very rarely go into YouTube and look at videos, but I look at his YouTube videos because he's on my Facebook page. That's how come I know. I haven't seen much of Lester lately. I haven't watched many of his. I watched one today again because it was on my Facebook. Yeah, you're very lucky, Kaz. I know you don't think you're lucky now, but you are very lucky. There's a lot of people in this world who marry the frogs. Yeah. Having said that, I've just bought the frog a Christmas present because I know he's going to buy me one. I wish he wouldn't. But he gave me birthday money and that paid for almost paid for 2 dresses. Which reminds me, I need to show. I'm 5'3", or I used to be. I've probably shrunk with all these back problems. And every dress I buy is about 5 inches too long for me. So I need to. There you are. Chris is giving you the link, Miguel. Yeah. Big Guy Little's World Sanctuary, yeah. Yeah, you are, Kaz. You've got some lovely daughters. So we have to look on the bright side. I try to make the best of what I've got. Chris is my go-to man. He is my Wikipedia. Chris knows I can't look things up when I'm on the live because it throws me off the YouTube. So I can't look up things. So I always ask Chris because I know he'll find it out for me. Or Nathan will if Nathan's around. He does it as well. Yeah, I follow a lot of little dog sanctuaries, yeah. Oh, well, I think I'd be depressed, Miguel, if I was on the cashier at Dollar Tree with Christmas rush. I think everybody in their life should be public facing, should have a job in a shop, in a bank, in anywhere where you have to deal with the general public. Everybody should have to do it. Sort of like conscription, like national service. Then maybe people wouldn't be so rude to people on the other side of the counter. Oh, he must be depressed. He's probably had a bad day, Miguel. Yeah, retail at Christmas can be horrible. My friend works at one of these, not a bargain basement shop, but it's one of those shops where they've got a constant stream of people who are paying less prices. It's probably a bit like your Dollar Tree or something. And she gets days where the. I mean, I didn't get it too much when I was in the wool shop, although I did sometimes get a bad day with some of the customers. They think they can be so rude to you just because you're behind the counter, and they know you can't say anything back, or if you do say anything back, it goes all round the town. They don't say the full side of the story. They just say, "Oh, that woman in the wool shop was really, really rude to me." And it goes round town. They don't say, "I was rude to the lady in the wool shop. That's why she was rude to me." They don't say that bit, yeah. You know. Yeah, I'm lucky, really. The only person I've ever loved, the only people I've ever loved, I should say, have been loved and lost have been my relatives, really, which was inevitable. My mum and dad, I mean, they would have been over 100 and something if they were still alive. And I lost my brother, my only brother. But I didn't lose my husband, I divorced him, that's different. I lost him by choice, let's say. I mean, obviously, I'd be upset if I'd heard that he died or something. He was still my husband. But now I just think of him as somebody that I once knew. I can't really sort of bring to mind being married to him anymore. I will definitely hear from Tony. He sends me messages all the time. Obviously, I don't see him anymore now because he lives in Manchester and he's been busy working because he's a roofer, repairing roofs. And as you know, we've been having storms aplenty. So people have been losing tiles and slates off the roof left, right, and centre. So I would imagine he's been very, very busy. That's why I've not heard from him. But so I'm sure he's fine. No news is good news, as they say. Oh yes, I heard about that on the news, Miguel. I've got a friend in Kentucky. I hope he's all right. Well, a pen friend. Although I haven't heard from him for a long time, but I still consider him to be a friend. You can still be friends with people and not hear from them for a while, can't you? You don't just suddenly fall out with people just because you don't hear from them. We never argued or anything. It just sort of, he was a pen friend and he just sort of drifted, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'd love if he got back in touch with me. It would be nice. Yeah. I was supposed to be getting a visit from someone that I knew about 20 years ago. Um, but he had to work, so he didn't arrive. He may come in the new year. Who knows? I haven't seen him for 20 years, yeah. Yeah. I mean, my friend June, we parted company, not by any rows or anything. We parted company because she moved. She got married and she moved. And, you have different lifestyles, don't you? Anyway, she's moved back down here again now. So we've just picked up like we've never been apart, really. It's just one of them things. And I'm talking to a friend in Devon that I haven't seen for about the same 20 years or so. But to me, they're still my friends. You know, there's very few people that I've actually fallen out with and never want to hear from again. Just odd ones that really ruffled me fur, as they say. When my fur's been really ruffled, then, I find it difficult. I've just read that High Speed in Wings. Woo. There's some places in the UK that have had no power now for about 2 weeks since that storm, um, Arwen. I mean, the little sort of more like villages, and they've had no power. It must be really difficult, especially if they're elderly and they can't get out and about and move. When you're elderly, you tend to sit down a lot more. So, I mean, I feel the cold a heck of a lot more than the family do. Because when I'm sitting here crocheting, like, you're going slowly colder, aren't you, from your toes up? Whereas they moving about and they get warmed up. I told you our little Rosie's, oh, she's 100% better. She's not out of the woods yet, but by gum, she's got cheeky again. And she fetched me a ball. We were playing and playing the other day. So it was nice to see it because she was so miserable. It was awful when she was miserable. You know, when they can't tell you what's wrong with them and they just sit and cry and you know they're so miserable. And you take them to the vet and you do all you can. And Miguel, do you want to stay my friend? I am not making a rosy wrap. I am not. That is what I would call a waste of wool. Oh, yeah, the power cuts. I was the only one on the street with a gas cooker. So I was doing everybody's dinners. I was boiling water for neighbours, and filling up flasks, you know, so that they could make tea and coffee in their own homes. I was putting the dinners in the oven, warming up the dinners for them. Yeah, we were the neighbours of the week. Yeah, I mean, we weren't too bad because we had a gas fire in those days. So, you know, at least we were warm in one room and we could boil water, you know, to fill hot water bottles to go upstairs. Obviously, it was cold upstairs because, you know, the radiators and that weren't working. What have I got? Yeah, it was. We used to do Keep Fit, my ex-husband and I. Next door said to me, "Hope you don't mind me asking, but what on earth do you do? All I can hear is all this bumping." I said, "It's not what you're thinking. It's Keep Fit. We do Keep Fit. We had a battery-operated tape recorder, and we had candles, and we used to do." No, you don't want to take a poll who wants me to wear a rosy wrap because it ain't happening. Yeah. Hey, have you noticed the dislike button has been disconnected on YouTube? Yeah. Nobody can dislike anything anymore. I thought it was funny. I thought my usual 3 dislikes are not there. And then I looked at somebody else's no dislikes on theirs, and I know they get them. So I just Googled, you know, and apparently they've disconnected it. They said it wasn't serving any purpose. Yeah, that's just spoilt somebody's day, hasn't it? That has. No, I thought it was strange though, Miguel. You know I always get 3 thumbs down. Yeah, it's on here. The dislike button's on here, but it doesn't work. Yeah, it's still there. But if you look at anybody's channels, they've got no dislikes. Nobody's got any dislikes, which I think is really good. Because, you know, I don't think there should be. I mean, there isn't a dislike button. Yeah, I know what will all the thumbs down people do now. Spoilt their day, hasn't it? I just thought it was extremely funny. I thought, yeah, that's ruined the day. That's peed on the cornflakes, hasn't it? No, I know, but some people do, Kaz. Some people like to think that they're annoying you. But now they can't do it. Yeah, I did. I got my first thumb down 30 seconds after my video went live. So you know that somebody has not even watched any of it. And that was the bit I didn't like. They put a thumbs down because they've watched it and they don't like it, fine. Everybody's got an opinion. But when they're just thumbs down and when you've only just set the video off, 30 seconds into a video, it's like, oh, it's a crackers. So I was so glad they've taken that. The dislike button's there. I hope they're still pressing it because it's not registering. It's like been disconnected at the other end. Whether they'll put it back or not, I don't know. People were complaining that it's missing. They said they can judge if this video's got any content that they would like to watch by the number of thumbs down it's got. And I'm like, no, just watch it. Yeah, they have. I think, being so peevish, it's just ruined it, yeah. If they had to write why they disliked it, I think that would be fairer. Like if you press the button on eBay when you've bought something and you think it's awful, and you want to put or Amazon, and you want to put, especially on eBay, if you want to put 1 star or something because something you bought, you thought it was awful. They ask you to say why, yeah. So I think, if they were going to put the dislike button back, I think they would have to say why. Why do you dislike it? Yeah. Say something. And then, of course, if they were just being rude, then you could just report them. Yeah. It could have caused strife. Yeah, it's very upsetting, I think, to some people. Especially if it's a video where they're pouring their heart out and everything. Oh, you've got the dislike option, Lisa. It just won't register if you press it. It's just like a defunct button now. Yeah. Hi, Barbara. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. It's almost Christmas. Oh, this time last year, honestly. I just didn't feel like Christmas at all. Oh, they've actually put nasty comments on the video. That's not nice, is it? A constructive comment by all means. Somebody said something constructive but not in a nasty way, you would take it, wouldn't you? If somebody said, I really like that, but I think you should have done such a thing, or I think it would have looked better if you did such a thing. Constructive criticism we can all accept. But somebody just being downright nasty. Oh, we've had a nice... Yeah, I remember on one of the Facebook pages, somebody had put something up. And it was obviously very amateurish, yeah, let's just say. And some people weighed in with some really, really horrible comments about I wouldn't bother putting pictures of that up because it's this and it's that and it's the other. And it turns out that it was a little girl of 13 and it was her first effort at crochet. And her auntie or something wrote and said, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be encouraging her. That was her first attempt and she was so proud of it. And everybody shot her down in flames. And I'm thinking, you don't know, do you, what is... It could be somebody who's got physical disabilities, who's finding it really hard to hold a crochet hook or knitting needles, and that's the best that they've done. I always think you should think before you say something awful, yeah? I mean, I must admit, when somebody tries to sell something on Etsy that looks terrible, I'm thinking, should I write to comment or what? But I don't need to because obviously they wouldn't sell anything, would they? Yeah. Hi, Melly. But to make a comment like, it's so amateurish or, it's done this. Yeah. I mean, that's why I was watching. I told you I was watching that program on art, with Grace and Perry. And because it was like all done during the lockdown and things like that, people were explaining, to him why they'd painted a picture and that it was because they were coping, with some kind of depression, and painting was like a release of this, or pottering, they were doing some there was all sorts of things. It wasn't just painting. And they were explaining why they'd done it and what it had meant to them to put their feelings down on paper. And I thought it's a good idea, that really. I mean, with me, it's crochet. I just wish that people who were suffering from depression could find a hobby that they want to do. A lot of people took up a bit of gardening, didn't they? I mean, I've seen things where they do a communal garden and they encourage people who've got a bit of depression to go out to meet with other people and go and plant, little lettuce and things like that. And it's amazing what it does for the self-esteem and everything, if something that they've planted actually grows, or teaching people even to cook or something. Yeah, you don't know, if you're being nasty to somebody, that could just really be the last straw for them, couldn't it? This is why I really get cross with online bullying and children getting bullied. I mean, I never knew really of anybody as a teenager or a child or whatever, or a young person committing suicide when I was young. But now, I mean, the online bullying, the whatever, if somebody's not feeling good, it's not on, is it? There's somebody being criticised because they look different than everybody else, because their ears stick out or you've got cross eyes or something. It's just not on. I just think they're evil people, yeah. But if you stand up to a bully, I mean, there was a bloke one day, he was trying to bully me in the car. He was in the wrong and he wouldn't move. And he had his girlfriend with him. And he was about 6 foot odd. And I got out the car and I just faced him up. I said, "Oh, yeah, you're such a big, brave boy." I said, "Your girlfriend's ashamed of you." I said, "She's cringing in her seat." I said, "You're such a big boy, aren't you? Yet you're not impressing her at all." I said, "So I'm not moving." I said, "If you're not going to move, I'll just call the police and we'll just sit here, shall we? I'll be this, that, and the other, the other, the other." I said, "Oh, will you?" I said, "And if you do, I'll have you for assault as well." So I'm not scared of you. Anyway, eventually he went back in his car and he backed down, let me through. He was in the wrong. He was on the wrong side of the road. Yeah. The only place I was bullied was at work. In my last job, I had a bully for a manageress. She was like really awful. Yeah. Anyway, I just stood up to her. I just yelled back at her one day. When I came out of her office, everybody's going, and I said, "Have you been fired?" And I went, "No, she can't fire me." I said, "She would have to admit to what she's just said to me." I said, "And what she's just said to me was tantamount to bullying." And I've told her that. She said, "I could report you for what you've just said to me." I said, "Go ahead. Then you would have to admit to what you just said to me." She didn't do anything about it. You have to call a bully out. Yeah. My son was bullied once by a girl. But he was always taught not to hit a girl. So he stood there and he took it. I didn't take it. I went and told her mother. I'm a very placid person, Debbie, very, very placid. You know, but once somebody really pushes me button, I just... But it takes a lot to wind me up. I don't have a short fuse. I let people, I give people plenty of rope. And eventually, of course, they hang themselves, don't they? I don't mean literally. I mean mentally. I can be very, very sarcastic if I feel it in the mood, yeah. If somebody's trying to bully me, I can just... My brother always used to say, you've got a good vocabulary, use it. So I usually just go, oh, really? Oh, really? You think you're going to do that? And yeah, well, fine. Or I'll laugh at them. So short of punching you, there's not much they can do if you just cut them down with words. Yeah, I was glad when I left. She tried to bully me, and she knew I was disabled, and I couldn't do a lot of jobs because I couldn't move because of my back and stuff. And she was trying to more or less tell me. She was accusing me, I think, of lying about my physical situation. I had letters from specialists that I could show her, that I did show her, that said how bad my back was, and that I was waiting for an operation and everything. And she still, tried to bully me. But I just said, right, okay then. I said, hand me notice. I said, I'm going to sick. I said, my doctor has told me that he will give me a sick note for 12 months if necessary. Oh, you can't do that. I said, can't I? I will. He's not a bad one, is he, Ella? He has his minutes, believe me, Mm. I've actually finished one row of 17 squares. Now I have the fun part of attaching 17 squares to 17 squares. Ain't it fun? I might have my crisps first, actually, to give me a bit of strength before I even tackle that. Because I need to get my little clip things to clip them in place before I crochet them together. I've got another 2 rows to attach when I'll see whether it's big enough or not. I've got 5 leftover squares, but I actually need 17 to do a row. So I might have to crochet another 12 if I need another row. We shall see. I won't know until I put it over on there. You've got Walker's crisps. I haven't. I've got Pom Bears. I can't understand how a simple computer error I even had to buy Pringles the other day, which are mega expensive. My son and daughter-in-law get the ones from Aldi, but I don't like them. I'm a bit of a snob with my crisps. You're eating to stay awake. Well, don't eat too much, Kaz. You've got to still fit in your uniform. I'm going out for another meal. I've actually put a couple of pounds on. I'll have to do something about it after Christmas. I know it's no good doing it before because I bought myself a lovely box of Thornton's chocolates for Christmas. Well, I know nobody would buy me any chocolates, so I bought my own. I'm a bit of a snob with chocolates. I like Thornton's. I like Hotel Chocolat. I like anything that's, like the Swiss chocolates and stuff. Right, I've gone with 17. Oh my goodness me, mince pie flavour crisp. No, thank you. I saw an advert for something weird the other day. And it was something that said it was orange flavoured. And I'm thinking, why would you want orange flavour, whatever it was? And I'm thinking, no. No. Yeah, I've got Pom Bears. A little 66 calories. 66. Yeah. I haven't got notified yet that I've gone live, girls. Yeah. Oh, I love cream eggs. Cadbury's cream eggs. Shouldn't eat them because, of course, I'm diabetic, but I like them. Yeah, I bought myself a Christmas selection from Thornton's. Really expensive box of chocolates. Tell me about it. See, the Thornton shops have shut down now, so you have to rely on online or wherever. Yeah, I'm busy next week. I've got the pedicure on Tuesday, going out for lunch on Wednesday, and my friend's coming on Thursday. There's something weird about chocolate-covered pretzels, Mama. Oh yeah, you better go and get a back. We don't know in the mouth of a coyote. Cream eggs in farm foods. I wonder how long they've had them there. Easter eggs will be on sale, won't they, just after Christmas, so we'll be all right. Oh, they're just plain, original. Just original ones. I don't like flavoured crisps, really. I'm very boring. Just like the original salt ones. Not salt and vinegar, just salt. The only ones I like that are flavoured, I like cream cheese and chive from Marks and Spencer's. In fact, we've got a little Marks and Spencer's. It wasn't the hen, it was, the cat. Yeah, we've got a little Marks and Spencer's in Cleveland that just does food. So I'm going to go in there. I've not been in. I love Marks and Spencer's food. It's terribly expensive, isn't it? But I used to always think I would know I had made it, that I was really comfortably off when I could go and do my week's shopping in Marks and Spencer's. I'd know I'd made it. I used to have a little food outlet in Prestwich where I lived. And if you timed it right, you would go when they put all the reductions out. So I used to get them and put them in the freezer. That way you get Marks and Spencer's food at a bargain price. Do you remember when you used to get liqueurs? They must have been in the shop too long. And when you bit into them, there's all like sugar inside them, weren't they, like crystallised around the chocolate? Oh. How about a Harrods hamper? Oh, I bet they cost a bomb, don't they? Hi, BB. I love Granny Squires. I love anything bohemian. I've had to calm myself down a lot as I've got older because where I live, I don't think they're quite ready for me in full boho flight. Yeah, Fortnum and Mason or Harrods. Can you imagine getting a hamper from them in like a wicker basket? Oh, Miguel, up and down like a yo-yo. With my luck, if I got a Fortnum and Mason's hamper or a Harrods hamper, I probably wouldn't like half the stuff that was in it. You know, the food was a bit too fancy. I'm not really a fancy food person. No, they do baskety hampers that you take on a picnic. It's like a tradition over here, Miguel. They're like a wicker basket with straps. And inside it used to be food and all sorts of stuff and drinks and things. I've only tasted caviar once and I didn't like it. I don't know why people go so crazy over it. I went to a very, very posh wedding and the canapes or canapes, whatever you want to call them, canapes came by and there were little bits of caviar and teeny weeny little crackers. And I thought, oh, I'm going to try one because I've never had caviar. I didn't bother. Who wants to pay like hundreds of pounds an ounce for something that tastes like whatever? No, I didn't like it at all. I'd rather not bother. I'd rather have a bit of cheese on my cracker. That's one thing I like. I like getting a variety of cheese. Not the blue stuff because I don't like that. I'm not that stinky stuff. But like a variety of cheeses and stuff at Christmas. Never get it for the rest of the year. I'm more a savoury person. I'm more like a sausage roll or a whatever. It's my kind of a treat. Cheese on crackers, whatever. I'm definitely not into caviar. Stuff like that. I like a bit of pate, but not all this fancy stuff. Plum and something other patty and whatever. Nah, just ordinary patty will do me fine, yeah. When my brother was still alive, my son and daughter-in-law bought a cheese board to give as a present to my brother. And the 2 dogs they had at the time ate all the cheese, plastic and everything. And one of the cheeses had cranberries in it. Oh, Miguel, you're going to have to put her in a hut. She's going to take off again. There's coyotes around. She's going to get nibbled. What have I got for me chocolate today? I can't remember. I don't even know where I put it. Oh, here it is. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Look, 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 look. Winter orange. Cadbury's Dairy Milk winter orange. Miguel's gone after his chicken. It's jumped over the fence. I like some fish, but I don't like things like anchovies and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't like caviar. I don't like anchovies. I don't mind some fish. I prefer white fish to anything else, you know. I'm quite boring, really, you know, the cod and the plaice and haddock and things like that. I'm not really into fancy fish. Not really into trout and things that have too many bones in it. And that what it's called. Tilapia or something. Too many bones. Trout, sardines, things like that. Don't mind sardines in a tin. But fresh sardines and mackerel, no. I really miss them. The fish market, they don't have one here. I think they forgot to put the orange in this one. Yeah, I love going to the fish market and seeing all the fish. You know, the hake and all that. I like the hake, haddock, plaice, cod, all the white fish I like. Don't like smoked fish at all. That orange arrow I had last week. This is supposed to have pieces of orange. I can see one piece there. Oh, thank you. It's from a very, very old pattern. It actually goes in at the waist. We stand up. You can tell it's an old-fashioned pattern because it has shape. It's from the 60s, I think, the pattern. I love this neckline. The neckline. It's got like big sleeves with tight cuffs. Once again, 60s style. Don't come down to the end. Bracelet length or whatever they used to call them. What have I got there? Oh, it's the string of me top. Yeah, I managed to find a long sleeve top that's almost the same colour. What it's called, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. It was just a pattern out of a magazine. Not a magazine, a booklet, a 1960s booklet. It has all these open work dresses and everything in it. You know, like they used to wear back in the day. I still have the pattern somewhere. I haven't sorted out my patterns in the shed. They're still in boxes everywhere. I need to sort out my shed. My shed at the moment is a dumping ground. I want it sorting so that I can use it for a craft room. I don't sew, but I want to be able to use my sewing machine. But it's only to repair things or turn up things. Well, at the moment, the doll's house is stuck in the middle of the table. My friend said she got some days off in the new year. So she'd come and help me. Yeah, you can buy them on Etsy as well. You get photocopies, mind. But, I mean, I personally would never sell a photocopy. And I won't part with an original, obviously. I did sell quite a few original ones when I was moving, but they were mostly baby patterns. You know, the old grey, silver grey baby patterns. I've got a lot of, you know, those see-through folders that you put in a file. So I need to get my patterns sorted out into ladies' cardigans, crochet, you know, different categories. I know my friends always saying to me, have you got a pattern for such thing? I'm going, probably, but I don't know where it is. It's kind of soul destroying going through boxes and boxes and boxes of patterns. My squares, I'm sewing them, they're getting crocheted all together. But I've got millions of ends to stitch in. I'm hoping to have one throw done for Christmas. There's no chance of me getting two throws done for Christmas. No chance. But if I can get one. At least this year, I've not been mummy Christmas. Hi, Kaylee. Christmas is in the past. I've been like crocheting my eyeballs out, rushing to finish things off. But I'm not doing it. Not doing it this Christmas. I didn't do it last Christmas. Not doing it this Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Kaylee. Apparently there was any orange in that. I didn't taste it. Hi, Enid. I'm eating my chocolate before I tackle those squares again. I've got to get my clips. Did you find the? And put that hen in the hen pen. Just keep going, jumping over the fence when there's coyotes about. I'd make a spray box. You have to get a taller gate. Taller fence. That little drops are wonderful. She's got, it's like wire meshing and it goes all the way over the top on there. Nothing should get at them then. You're going to crochet a bag, Kaylee. I hope it's a nice bag. I hope you're going to line it and you don't drop everything out in the middle. Well, hello there, Jill. How are you doing, girl? I heard you've been proper poorly. Say hello to Jill, everybody. She's been poorly. Ella, don't even mention it. I spent a day and a night down in a man. You can't be poorly for Christmas, Jill. You've got to get yourself better for Christmas. Not allowed being poorly at Christmas. Hi, Sina. Who's been looking after your cows? Why have you been poorly, Jill? You've not been sending Mr. Floozy out to look after him, have you? My head's flashing. Woohoo! I'm not surprised. Not surprised my head's flashing. Oh, I know that feeling, blurry eyes very well. My eyes are running like taps. Can you see them? They're very watery. This one hurts. You know, the one I had fixed, if I touch it across the top there, it hurts. Yeah, it's not me flashing now. I know I'm a little star, but I'm not flashing. Yeah. Oh, YouTube did it again to me with my thumbnail. It does it all the time. I'm going. Of all the times they could pick, of all the pictures they could pick, I'm sure somebody in their editing department has a sense of humour. Yeah. Meta what? Meta numeral. Well, you're just greedy. Why can't you just have flu like everybody else? Enid, I'm not that clever. I can't do anything to do with editing. Oh, look, it's all bubbling over the top of my straw. It won't stop bubbling. I'm not clever, Enid. I can't do things like that. I wish I was. I wish I could edit. People have tried to show me, but I'm so dumb. We've all got our forte in life. Avian flu. Oh my God. Somebody else was feeling poorly. They put on Facebook they were feeling poorly and they definitely didn't have COVID. I can't think who it was. But they weren't feeling very well. Right, I need to get the clips so I can clip these squares together. I need to clean this carpet. Somebody gave our Rosie a hoof to chew. And she's made a right mess everywhere with it. Oh, did I show you the Christmas card? I don't know whether I did. I've got to show you my 2 Christmas cards. Oh. And I've got a little... There you are, see my jumper. Oh. Goes in at the waist. This was from a lady from Knit Club. She's got an embroidery machine. Isn't that pretty? She goes, oh, it's okay. You just program it and it does it itself. So pretty. And then another friend of mine called Sharon sent me this card this morning. Look at that, all sparkly. And she also sent me that ornament for the tree. It's a paper. Yeah, but isn't it nice? Isn't it pretty? Very pretty. Everybody's so talented. Except me. I wish I had another string to my bow. I can't sew very well. I don't knit that well anymore. Can't embroider, can't cross stitch, can't diamond paint. These are what I love, these clips. You know, you're putting things together again. And no, £2,000, £2,000. One of the ladies at the Knit Club's just paid for one. It could be a diamond painting, Denise. It could be. I'm not very well up with things. Hi, McGrath. La, 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 la. Right, now I've got to pin things together. Well, that's exactly like that one, so that can't go at that end, can it? We'll start with the other end and hope we don't have any duplicates. Oh, yeah, balloons. Oh, no, it's not the same. It's similar, but it's not the same. I hate it when I get... Your ma sent some stuff. I know, Gimme Al 418. She made a load of hats and sold them all. And then she's been making some kind of a coffee cozy thing or something. I mean, to me, it looked like it would go over an ice cream or something. Oh my God, yeah, sounds like you got it good, Jill. Oh, bing. That was my phone. That was my phone saying bing. Oh, it's not a wolf whistle, it's a... I should say I didn't program my phone. And I can't change it because some people have Happy Christmas and things on their phone. I don't know how to do that. Hi, Patricia. I'm pinning my crochet together so that I can crochet another round into it. I don't know why my phone's whistling at me. Let me have a quick looky. There's Kim. Still not got her cat, has she? Zoe 24 Carat Crochet is in America. Harvey Price, will you go and get lost? Because you're not Harvey Price, you're just being silly. Well, I don't know what that was. No idea what the whistle was. No idea. Yeah, as if that would be Harvey Price. Don't be stupid. Oh, you're going to bed, are you right, Kaz? Anyway, thanks for your company. We'll hopefully see you next week. Oh, look, the one who's pretending to be Harvey Price. Ha, 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 ha. So funny. We're all laughing. We're all splitting our sides here because we all think it's so, so funny. Ha, 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 ha. Go away. Go away, little creep. Go and get drunk with your mother. Hey, you got to take your chicken and veggie pot pie. I thought you were going to say your chickens then. Just got to say I didn't know you had any chickens. Harvey, look, you're just being stupid. I'm going to report you for being an idiot, right? You're being reported now. I've had enough now. Oh, harassment and bullying. I will do that one, shall we? Right, okay. Report. This is harassing me. Yeah, report. Right, you've been reported for harassment. Hi, John. You know, it's not amusing. Harvey Price, you have been reported for being an idiot. Thought we were doing well, got no idiots this week. And then we get one. Yeah, hilarious. We're all going, ha 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 ha. Because we all think it's so funny. Ha ha ha. No one likes a snitch. Well, you don't like me then, because I'll snitch. As if that was YouTube support. As if. We really believe that now, don't we? Wonder who's paying for half. I see she's gone to blooming Turkey again for more. I don't know. More surgery or something. God, she'll have no face left to lift in a bit, will she? I think she's got addiction. Hello, Rosie. Hello. Hello, little girl. What are you doing? You come to say hello to Grandma. Harvey, go away. You're an annoying little shit. Go away. Oh, it's some idiot. I've reported him again. Eventually, YouTube might wake up. Oh, Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, it's getting so amusing. Ha, 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 ha. We're so amused. How many times do I have to report you? Yeah, she got caught with her new face. She gets stuck in prison. Out of control, he's an idiot. He'll get bored. You know, small things amuse small minds, don't they? That's all I can say. He's obviously got a very tiny mind. Oh, for God's sake. Will you please just go away? It's the same kid, isn't it? Same little tiny child with a tiny mind. Yeah, 10-year-olds get bored. Should be in bed anyway by now. Oh, for God's sake. Just ignore the little shit. Well, I've reported him 5 times, so if YouTube wake up eventually. Yeah, I know, he's a bag of shite, isn't he? I just feel sorry for the lad. He's got nothing else to do except sit there giggling. Oh, giggle, giggle, giggle. Oh, harassing them. Giggle, giggle, giggle. You know what you can do, don't you? It's very sad he's got nothing else to do with his time. Well, I've reported him 5 times then. I know, Jill want it gorgeous. Never expected that. That was so lovely. Oh, don't time Nathan out. Oh, I'm just going to ignore you. You're just a twit. See, the thing is, we're giving him attention, and that's what he's obviously lacking. He obviously doesn't get any attention at home from his parents because they're probably boozed out of the brain somewhere, or they could be on drugs somewhere. They don't care what he does. You know, if they had any care for the child, they'd see what he was up to, wouldn't they? But they're probably, you know, spaced out somewhere. Lack of parental guidance. You got to blame the parent, haven't you? Hmm. I tell you, if I said a rude word, they'd have me, wouldn't they? The Department for Works and Pensions. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Carry on, carry on. We don't care. You're just being a little shit. Have you run out of names yet, or have you stopped amusing yourself? Oh, God, no. The ones at the job centre had a few more brains than this numpty has. He's probably got halitosis and terminal acne and no friends. Because if he was handsome, good looking, and had friends, he would be out. It's Saturday night, isn't it? You know, if he had some friends, he'd be out there. Oh, he's off again. Oh, you're being so boring. You're such a bore. That's probably why you've got no friends, because you're boring. He's probably sitting there thinking up names now. Oh, what name can I come in under next time? What can I do next? Yeah, right. Hey, oh. Needs his pacifier. He needs a kick up his front bum. Go forth and procreate, little boy. Oh, I forgot he hasn't got any friends, has he? So he can't go forth and or go away in short, jerky movements, yeah. No, that's what he wants. He just wants attention. He probably obviously doesn't get it at home. Parents probably ignore him, so he has to come on here and get a little bit of attention. He's such a little diva. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we've all got AIDS, so don't you go away in case you catch it. Tell you, YouTube are quick to jump on you, aren't they, when you play a bit of music? When you get harassed by children, you know, they're nowhere around, are they? Oh, God, he couldn't go anywhere and act up. Miguel, he's a little 12-year-old wimp whose parents don't give a monkeys. He wouldn't dare go outside and say anything to anybody. He's too scared. Yeah, oh, here we go. He's running out of names now, isn't he? Obviously, he's running out of names. So what were we doing before we were so rudely interrupted? Yeah. Yeah, I got warned for... I went to a carnival and a float went past. If you know what a float is, a wagon went past playing music. And I got pulled for that. Yeah, I'm crocheting me 17 rows together. You can go all night, can you? Oh, good. I hope your parents really enjoy you. La 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 la. At least when I was in the job centre, I had to deal with men, not children. I'm getting my squares done, I don't care. Not even going to answer the little shit anymore. I just keep reporting him. Every time he says anything, he gets reported. Oh, hiya, Shad. We wondered where you were. We've got a little twit on. Wish he'd got no power. La la la. So you're all safe and sound, are you, Shad? After your night with no power? It was a bit blowy over here, John, but it wasn't actually too bad, although there was quite a lot of places had got damaged, yeah. We weren't too bad here. You know, you would think with being near the sea, you think we would have got blown away, but we didn't actually. It wasn't too bad. You know, it nearly blew the caravan over, but apart from that, it was fine. Yeah, perhaps they do. Perhaps they can't do the thumbs downs anymore. Yeah. You know, this is their way of doing it. I just feel sorry for the poor little buggers if nothing else to do. Obviously, they've got no mates, have they? La 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 la. Yeah, it's all getting a bit tedious now, isn't it? Who wants to keep it up all night? It's obviously keeping him amused. What do they say? Small things amuse small minds. How to keep an idiot amused for hours. Oh, he's running out of ideas now. We're on the same ones. Now, we don't get snow actually over here. We're too close to the sea. We got sea snow. It came over the front. Over the front. One lady who does videos, she actually, does videos, and she showed all this sea snow. Yeah, sea snow they call it. It was like frozen waves or whatever you want to call it. It was coming over the top and it looked just like snow, and it was drifting, but it looked more like sort of soap flakes. Like when you fill a washer with too much soap and it comes out the sides. Yeah, it looked more like that than snow. Hi, Daniel. Daniel's here. Thank you so much, Daniel. Don't know what I'm going to do with her, but they are gorgeous. Unfortunately, Daniel, we've got a troll. But he's just being a bit silly now. I hope you don't get him on your channel, Daniel. He's very immature. People swim in this sea round here. It must be freezing. I'm reporting them, but it makes no difference. YouTube not taking any notice. I don't think I do actually. If I had a block option, I would use it. Let's see. Remove. We've got to remove. Yeah, Jill said she was starting to feel a little bit better, Daniel, yeah. I think she's been through the mangle, as we would say. Don't know who's been looking after her cows. I've tried that. He still seems to come back, but I have tried Daniel. I'll just keep reporting him. So hopefully somebody at YouTube will take notice. He's had about... We've obviously got a sad little fecker here. Probably thinks he's made his evening. Oh, look what I did. I upset a channel. I'm so excited. There's my necklace, yeah. Sort of old, don't know what it is, pieces of wood, really. Oh, dear. The sort of wooden discs, I think, Shad. I think they're just wooden discs or something. You know me, I like unusual things. I'm crocheting all my squares together. Oh, but I've got like millions and millions of ends to sew in. Yeah, he said he's subbed to me and he's going to come back next week. Whoopie-doo. We really look forward to that. He's probably run out of minutes. He's probably only got so many minutes on his phone. I've reported him about 20 times anyway. Maybe they'll take some notice. I reported him for harassment or harassment, depending on how you pronounce it, about 20 times. I know, isn't it gorgeous? People keep asking me what I'm going to make, Daniel, with your wool, and I haven't got a clue yet. It's definitely not going to be socks, because I'm not putting them in my shoes. The wool's too nice to go in my shoes. So I have to think about it. I have to come up with something nice. I know, it made my day. It really made my day, Daniel. Yeah, I'm thinking about that, but I think I've got to. Oh, you're going now, are you, John? Good night, dear. I have to get the right pattern. I don't know whether I would use all of the colours in one shawl or whether I would just pick some of them and, make a little necker shawl. I don't know. How wonderful when you can't decide. I'm one of these who likes to pet and pat and feel and touch. If it's nice wool, I like to. I'm really looking forward to sewing all these ends in. Like knot. Look at that. Look at that. For every square, there's about 12 ends, I think. It's been dark a long time here, Enid. Been dark since about 4 o'clock. It's going to be for a throw for the conservatory sofa. But there's 2 sofas, so like I haven't even started the other one. I've done 160 squares for this one. Yeah. They're a bit pastel for me, to be quite truthful, Enid, but it was the colours that my daughter-in-law requested. If it was me, it would be vivid. I love boho, I love granny squares, I love everything. They're vibrant, bright, yeah. I'll be all right if I get something good on the TV, Deborah, then I'll just start darning ends in. I don't mind making it, Daniel. It's sewing the blooming ends in that gets me down. People say, oh, why don't you crochet over the ends? But I've never successfully managed to do that. And I don't want to sew them in as I'm going along because I'd be scared of putting a right side on a wrong side, if you know what I mean. I'm a bit OCD about that. I don't know how you guys get on when you're darning ends in and you always get one that pokes up, don't you? And you trim it off. Every time I look at my things, there's something poking out. And I've darned it this way and I've darned it that way and cut it off. And it still does it. I love brightly coloured. Yeah, I'm very hippie. I've had to tone down because, I don't think they'd appreciate me wandering around in my hippie stuff. My granny square jackets and stuff. I'm determined I'm going to wear them when the weather's back, good, better. It's too cold at the moment. I've seen a balaclava pattern on Etsy, and I was like that about buying it. It comes down like that to there, and then there's a piece here that buttons all the way down, so you can have it like across there with just your eyes showing. Yeah, whatever you do, they pop out, don't they, Jane? No matter what you do with ends, they pop out. They're extremely annoying when they pop out. Yeah, my friend's coming on Thursday. I'm going to sort her out some more wool. I'm determined I'm going to get all my wool on the shelves in that shed. Determined. I want to get my doll's house out there, get it painted and stuff. Mind, I'm going to do that in the summer because I need to paint it outside because I don't want paint fumes. And I've got to paint around the windows, got to make curtains, got to make carpets. I bought a fixer-upper, if anybody didn't know about it. Fixer-upper doll's house. And it was in Scotland. Anyway, Sue brought it down for me, but I've not had time to decorate it or do anything with it yet. I want to do it when I can paint outside, yeah. Mice get in the shed already, hope not. They'd better not get any mice in that shed, otherwise I'll be there with a cat. I'll be borrowing next door's cat. Not seen any sign of them as yet. It's very sealed, but you know mice, they can get in anywhere, can't they? But they better not. Any sign of any mice, I'll be there with my shotgun. Not that I've got one, but it'll be poison. Poison and traps will be down there. Thankfully, in the UK, we don't get much bother with moths, so. No, I've not seen any sign of any mice. So I hope not. Yeah, well, it's a terrier, our dog, so she'll ferret anything out, I tell you. Because that's what terriers do. Terriers chase anything that, you know, mice or rats or anything. Talking about Rosie, she's left the door open. Hang on a moment while I go and close the door. I can hear their telly upstairs. Oh, dear me. It's like being in bed with a rug on your knee. Oh. Oh, who wants my knees for 5 minutes, please, while I get over there? Oh. Did I show you my tree topper fairy? I thought I'd ordered a fabric fairy, and that's what I got. How are you supposed to put that on top of a tree? Plastic. It looked like fabric, and nowhere on the description did it say it was a flat bit of plastic. I wouldn't mind, I paid a lot for it. It's just a piece of paper, laminated. Rubbish. Somebody said, oh, it looks nice. It looks nicer actually on here than it does in real life. Can I return it? No, it comes from flipping China or somewhere. Can't be bothered returning it. I shall return it to the dustbin. I did put a very scathing report on eBay, saying it didn't say anywhere it was a flat piece of plastic. So it could stop other people buying it, couldn't it? It didn't say anywhere that it was plastic. I just thought it was fabric. When you're saying a tree topper, you don't expect something like that, do you? Something flat. Not even nice. Supposed to be meeting a friend of mine for lunch one day, but I'm booked up. Oh, and I should have given an Avon order if I had one today. It's too late, was the cry. I sent away for the last 2 of my Christmas presents. I think I told you my family, my brother's family, we decided we're not doing Christmas presents this year because we're not going to see each other, so we're saving on postage. Ah, dear. Anybody want some knees? Because I'm fed up with these knees. You know when you have to grit your teeth every time you stand up? It's wonderful arthritis. It's one of the pleasures you get for getting old. Hi, Lashira. Doing okay, you know. Usual moans and groans and carry on, but apart from that, I'm all right, yeah. Mustn't grumble. As well, I used to complain. My dad used to say, look, there's plenty in the graveyard. I'd wish they were you. Yeah, bad knees. I don't know which is worse, my fake knee or my ordinary knee. They both hurt like Dickens. So I don't know which is worse. I keep calling it my fake knee. Arian said, your replacement knee. I said, well, it's fake, innit? It's not real. It's a fake knee. And I think I got the Friday afternoon fake knee. The one that nobody else wanted. I tell you, I'm not having the other knee done. No way am I having the other knee done. Going through all of that just for it to hurt as much as it does, then why would I bother getting the left one? Yeah, I have a replacement knee. I had it done 11 years ago, and I can honestly say it has never been right since the day it was put in. I thought it was going to be wonderful. I thought it would be the answer to all my prayers, and I'd be running around and walking around, and instead of which it locks. If I sit down with it bent, it locks. And I have to sort of go to try and straighten it out. So you can't tell me that's wonderful. My daughter-in-law insists it's because I didn't do my physio enough. I did enough physio. I was at the hospital doing all sorts of physio. I was even in the pool doing physio. Then I paid, I don't know how much to go to see a private osteopath. And it still isn't right. So I've decided it's wrong. So they're not touching my left knee. It might be as arthritic as it can be, but it doesn't hurt any more than the right one. So I'm not going through 12 months of agony and physio and what have you got just to get a knee that doesn't work either. I've come to the conclusion my right knee will never work, so why jigger up the left one? Some people have, you know, they're wonderful after they've had a new knee. They're out there playing golf, playing cricket, playing whatever, swimming and everything, but me, nah. Didn't work. I suppose you always get some failures, don't you? I can actually almost have it done again because you can have it done after 15 years if it's not right. It's about 11 or 12 years since I had mine done. But I don't want to go back and under the knife again. Not at my age. I've got my scooter, I get around. I don't need to have the weather report. I just get up in the morning and think, No, must be raining out there. My knees are bad. I have weather knees. Anybody who suffers with arthritis has got weather knees, or weather arthritis, whatever you want to call it. All the joys of old age that they don't tell you about. I did yoga when I was younger, Shad, but I couldn't do it now. Oh yeah, my wrists. I sleep with splints on my wrists. I found that sleeping with splints on the wrists has made my wrists a lot better this winter. Bit awkward. I was supposed to wear them during the day, but you can't because they've got a big metal strap down there. So you can't bend your hands to do my crocheting. And also, everything's got Velcro on these days. Have you ever tried crocheting with anything with Velcro? I was watching a hospital programme on television, and the woman that was like the one who buzzes about and makes teas and coffees for everybody, she said, I've been doing pilots, she said. And one of the nurses said, do you mean Pilates? And she said, yeah, pilots, that's what I said. I couldn't get on the floor to do anything like that. I'd have to do armchair Pilates. If there's such a thing. Armchair yoga, armchair Pilates. I've seen videos on YouTube with women that are in their 90s that still do yoga. They're more supple than I ever was in my 20s. You think, wow. I used to go to like armchair exercise. It was an exercise class that was meant for people who'd had strokes and they were trying to get their mobility back. And it was great. And I used to go every week. And then they stopped the course. Lack of funding, etc. And of course now it's all COVID, isn't it? You can't do anything because of COVID. Oh, good night, Jane. Now Boris has got us all covering up again. While he goes and has his Christmas party, no doubt. Like he did last year. We were all in lockdown, couldn't visit anybody, and they were having a Christmas party in number 10 Downing Street. One law for the rich, one law for the poor. Thank you, Jane. Oh, he might have cancelled this year, but he had one last year when we were all in lockdown, didn't he? Apart from the trolls, you mean, Shad? I tell you, I must have reported him about 20 times for harassment and bullying. You're going to eat your dinner. What are you having, Enid? What did I have? Chicken. I had chicken, broccoli, and a potato dish. It was like sliced potatoes done in something or other, I don't know. You can tell I didn't cook it, can't you? I can just about I do poached eggs on toast, or I do bacon. That's my lot. I have to watch I'm putting weight on. Putting weight on. It's only a couple of pounds, but it's, it was the wrong way. Supposed to be losing it, not putting it on. So putting £2 on was not a good. Well, it's not surprising. I've been out for a big dinner, and I'll be going out again on Wednesday for another big dinner. So I need to shorten my dress before Wednesday. I need to try it on. You're going to make shrimp scampi? Is that shrimp and scampi? I keep doing a row of squares on here every night. So at least if the ends are not sewn in, at least the blanket or the throw will be big enough. Hopefully. I'm just hoping it's big enough. I'm hoping she doesn't say she wants it bigger. Otherwise I might have to cry. My friend who makes teeny weeny little dolly things and God knows what else. She goes, oh, I don't know how you have the patience to do that blanket. I said, I don't know how you have the patience to do teeny weeny little dolly things. Yeah, I've had my snacks. You must have missed them, Nathan. I had crisps and I had chocolate. And now I've got a drink of Orange Zero. It's a bit like Tango. It is hard. It's hard for me anytime, Ella. I'm not a massive big eater, but I eat the wrong things. I'll hold my hand up. I'm not one of these people who say, oh, I don't know why I'm putting on weight, because I don't eat much. You don't have to eat much if you eat the wrong stuff. Oh, you're off, Debbie. Night-night. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Yeah, if you make the wrong food choices, which is I do a lot, you don't have to eat massive amounts of food. But as I say, I admit to my failings. It annoys me when I hear people saying, I don't know why I'm putting on weight. I don't eat much. But everything they eat is wrong. Well, that's a bit like me. So I don't think I'm one of these self-righteous people, because I'm not. Let's just say I know what I should be eating. But what I do eat could be a different thing. Yeah. I don't eat fast food and I don't eat takeaways as a rule. Not saying I never eat a takeaway, but not as a rule. But you get people who say, oh, I don't know why I'm putting on weight. And they're going to Maccadees, they're on Pizza Express, they're, Kentucky Fried Chickens and all that stuff. Then they wonder why they're putting weight on. I try not to eat any of that sort of stuff. We have a home-cooked meal every night here. Very, very seldom. Our takeaway usually is fish. But I usually just have fish and peas, not fish and chips. But it isn't that good because it's in batter, of course. But hey-ho. I can't do that. I'm diabetic anyway. And I've got IBS, so I can't go longer. I'm not supposed to go longer than 4 hours without something. Doesn't mean a meal, just 4 hours without something. Yeah, we usually go to the chip shop. Not every week, maybe once every couple of weeks we go. Chinese now and again, maybe once a month, yeah, like you say. But by and large, we don't have takeaways. We don't eat out. Trying to be healthy, but I know I'm not, so I'm not preaching to anybody. No, I'm supposed to eat every 4 hours for being a diabetic. It keeps your blood sugars level. If you go too long between meals, that's your blood sugar goes up the wall. But if you've not got diabetes, Shad, you should be okay. I'm a terrible habit of only eating 2 meals a day. I have a really bad habit of that. And I don't eat often enough, if you know what I mean, to control my blood sugar. I get told off every time I go and see the diabetic nurse. She tells me off. It's the worst thing you can do, she said, only eating 2 meals a day. Oh, that's good then, yeah. Don't overdo it though, otherwise they'll stop liking it. My mum she was a very traditional cook, my mum, bless her socks. But we did tend to have a rotation, which was really about a week long. You knew what day it was by what came on the table. She was definitely a lacking in inspiration cook. She was brilliant at doing what she could for us when money was tight. She could stretch that pound round, I tell you. But it did tend to be like the same meals each week. I used to hope to do that, Nathan, but I think I've given it up. I like chocolate every now and again too much. I mean, I've cut out biscuits. I very rare have a biscuit. But I do like a bar of chocolate every now and again. We don't have puddings or sweets in this house. Very seldom we do. So, I am, but it just doesn't work. I'd have to be on too strict of a diet to reverse my diabetes. Although my levels are not bad. I'm not one that's got really high levels. They're just higher than they should be. Some people, when they get tested, they've got 15. Mine's about 7. I don't know whether that's... I know it's higher than it should be, but mine's around about 7. Are you still on the tablets, Nathan? Still taking the tablets? Or have you stopped now? My downfall is crisps, yeah. Well, you've obviously got a good metabolism, Shad, yeah. I've got IBS and I've got diabetes, so the two things combined. Plus, they think I've got some kind of a food intolerance, but we can't find out what I'm intolerant to. I've tried keeping a food diary and there's nothing that stands out. If it was one thing, I would leave it out the diet, leave it out I would leave it off the menu if I knew what thing I was allergic to. It doesn't seem to be one thing. One thing. They keep saying that to me, the hospital, Doctors, what triggers your IBS? What is it? I don't know. I've had it for years and I cannot find a trigger. You know, if it was like cheese or if it was chocolate or if it was this, you know that you just don't eat it. But, you know, some people say, is it wheat? Is it bread intolerance? Is it milk? Is it dairy? I don't know what it is. I can go about a week sometimes without getting any IBS symptoms, and then it really hammers me. I have a couple of days where I can't leave the house for obvious reasons, which I won't go into in case you're eating. You know, and I have to stay home because I don't go out. Yeah, spicy food I don't do too well with. One trigger I know that does is not pickled red cabbage used as a vegetable. I can eat green cabbage, but don't ask me why I can't eat red. Red triggers me off. And sometimes cream. Not milk, not butter, cheese, cream. Yeah, all food's gone up over here. They're blaming it on like COVID, lack of drivers, God knows what else. We've got our meat and stuff for Christmas. It's in the freezer. We've bought it already. Not waiting while the last minute and can't find any. Apparently we've got the whole family coming Boxing Day, so. But the little ones don't eat a lot anyway. They just pick at the dinners. Yeah, we don't often have red meat. Yeah. I can make a meal out of vegetables. I like vegetables. You know, I could sit and eat like cauliflower cheese for my dinner or a broccoli cheese I could eat. Mashed potatoes, I could eat mashed potatoes for my dinner. I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't have to have meat all the time. You know, some people are not happy unless they've got like red meat on their meal. It doesn't bother me too much. I used to have days where I didn't eat meat, just for a change, really. You know, I like baked potatoes done with cheese or baked beans or something or other. I can make a meal out of it, you know, a really big baked potato. I really thoroughly enjoy that. Bit of salad, you know. That's something we don't have much here, and I miss it. I used to always like a bit of, you know, side salad as a vegetable, like with my dinners. If I had a baked potato with cheese or with cheese and beans, I used to like a handful of, you know, mixed leaves or whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't like just lettuce. I mean, like the fancier different kinds of lettuce you can get in a bag of mixed salad. Or I quite like, you know, spinach if it's the salad spinach. I don't mean cooked spinach. I'm not keen on that. But salad spinach. I used to like Chinese leaves as well, or even cabbage, raw cabbage chopped up small, you know, as a kind of a lettucey thing on your salad. I love a salad. But it has to be a good salad. I don't mean just a bit of lettuce and a tomato. It has to be sort of everything on it salad. I used to love the salad bars, you know, you got in a restaurant. You would get your main course or whatever, and they used to always have a salad bar. You could go and help yourself. Oh, God, he's here again, is it? I don't like all food. I'm not a fancy food eater. I don't like curries and spicy stuff and things like that. I like plainer food. I like scrambled egg and stuff like that. When I lived on my own, I used to make a meal out of scrambled egg and different things like that. I'm a pretty plain eater. My shoulder is hurting now. I'm nearly finished. I'm not doing any more squares tonight. Nearly finished adding a row of oh, I'd hate Marmite. Blech. Love it or loathe it. Blech. As I say, I like fish that hasn't got loads of bones in. I don't know why my left shoulder's hurting so much. Must be because I'm holding the weight of the blanket. I'll lay it on the table when I'm sewing ends in. Oh, God. I'm a troll, foldy roll. I'm a troll, foldy roll. I'm a troll, foldy roll. And I'll eat you for supper. Is there nothing on the television tonight? Are there no films on Netflix? Is it a quiet evening? Yeah, who let the dogs out? You're right there. I'm doing these squares on this bee blanket. Over 30s to be offered a booster. Thought they were already. I think you'd have eaten it all before I got there, Chris. Upstairs and walking about with hobnail boots on, I think. You're supposed to wear slippers. I don't know how they can make so much noise. Sounds like they're wearing high heels. Or football boots with studs. Oh, I've got some grapes. You've reminded me. I've got some grapes in the fridge. Keep forgetting to eat them. No, these aren't noisy neighbours, Susan. These are my family that live upstairs. But they're supposed to have slippers on. So I don't know how they can have slippers on and make so much racket. Oh, hello, he's back again. Do you know when I go off, they're going to have to find somebody else to annoy, aren't they? Wonder what they'll do for the rest of the night. Barefoot shoes? What on earth are them, Shad? What are barefoot shoes? Yeah, you're right there, Susan. Trolls. I'm a troll. Foldy roll. My shoulder's hurting. How would that help if you were flat-footed, Shad? If you've got no arch support? I need a good arch support, otherwise I will be really flat-footed. Oh, dear. Look at all those ends, people. Look at all those ends. I've got to sew in. I've done 2 rows where I've sewn them in. And all the others not sewn in. I've got another 2 rows made up to sew on. It's 17 across. 17 across. And at the moment it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7. 7 down. It's a bit pastely for me. Too sickly, sugary, sweety for me. If that was mine, it would be reds and greens and blues and yellows and mustards. If it was mine. This is too pretty. I'm going to put it over there. Put it over on the sofa. So I've got enough to do 9 rows deep. I'm hoping that's big enough. I really don't fancy making another load of squares. Oh, every picture tells a story, girls and boys. Oh, oh dear, dear. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know what's going on with Susan. Why, what is going on with Susan? We've got enough with this Brian, whoever the hell he was. Another troll, as usual. I don't know what I've done to attract the trolls. It's probably because they can't do the dislike button, isn't it? Somebody's took away their little tools. I don't know, innit? Enid, it wasn't me who poofed. That'll be me. I just got rid of the two other trolls. Oh. I'm absolutely thirsty as anything today. I'll probably be up all night. You know, it's like ladies and gentlemen when you get to a certain age. You've unhid her, right? Okay. I didn't know she was hid. I must have missed all that. Sometimes, though, when you're trying to delete somebody, you press on the wrong person. Somebody did it with Miguel once, I think. Somebody hid Miguel. You know, and the comments are going that quick when we have a troll on. Oh, look at that. How many times have I worn this jumper with a dangle? See what I mean about not sewing ends in? I must have worn this jumper about 4 times. And I've got a dangle. Yeah, when you have a troll on and they're going quick, 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 and you're trying to click on them to delete them, and you accidentally delete the wrong person. I've done that once, and I had to quickly. I didn't do it with Miguel. I must admit, it wasn't me with Miguel. But somebody accidentally hit Miguel one time and banned him out the room. I had to go and find him and bring him back again. Oh, it's Sunday tomorrow. Family are going out, so it'll be me and Rosie. We're only going out for the evening, I think. It'll be me and our Rosiekins. She's okay when I'm not on here. She's only a nuisance when I'm on here. I didn't even know what she'd said. Oh, I get what she said now. No idea. I think it's what you have here and here. That's what a nip is. It's short. I didn't see that comment. And she wanted me to do that. Yeah, right. She's obviously another troll, wasn't she? Or if you're Madonna, you do it on purpose, yeah. When she did her naked pictures. I thought the one of her bottom looked a bit weird, as though she'd had fake behind put on. You know, she'd had like implants or something. It didn't look normal to me. From one woman to another, that didn't look like an actual behind. I don't blame you, Jill. You're not well. Have an early night. Get medicated. Oh, that's a bit rude, isn't it, Nathan? Obviously, she was a troll, yeah. Oh, I missed that comment. You were on that quicker than me, Chris. Well, if she'd have written that in, it's not very nice for a lady to say that to another lady. Is it? You don't say that to somebody else. Whatever. I'm sure they'd be horrified if I'd have done that anyway. Not in the first flush of youth. Night, Jill. Hope you feel better very, very soon. I'm getting a bit sleepy myself, actually. Although after drinking all this orange fizzy, I might get to sleep and be wide awake 5 minutes afterwards. Oh, we've got another troll in here, Nathan. Is there nothing on the telly tonight or something? Whatever. I would never dream of going on somebody else's channel and making an idiot of myself. But then again, I'm not 12, am I? I don't think anybody who was mature would do that sort of thing. That, my new eye has been running like anything. I had to take my drops in my eyes for 3 weeks. So they stopped on Wednesday. Since they stopped, my eye's been sore. I can't touch it, above my eye there. Oh, I don't know, Shad. I think they've all been sipping the loopy juice. Or they've been eating the mushrooms, something like that. The ones that are magical. I had to go to accident and emergency once on I don't know what evening it was. And there was a lad there who'd been eating magic mushrooms. Oh my goodness me, he was well off his head. Shouting, carrying on. I said to the nurse, "What's up with him?" She said he's been eating magic mushrooms. I said, "Well, that's what it does. I don't think I'll bother." I've still got a few drops left, Chris. I might start them up again. Even though I was supposed to only take them for 3 weeks, there was enough in the bottle to last a lot longer. So maybe I should put some back in again tonight before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't know why it's sore. It's just tender above and it keeps running, which he hasn't been doing before when I was on my drops. So maybe it's because I've stopped the drops. I don't know. I've got to go to the, I nearly said the chiropodist. I've nearly got to go to the, I've got to go to the opticians on the 21st. So I'll get his opinion. I've got to go there to get it checked to see that, you know, the cataract surgery worked and that. And then if it has, they're going to refer me to get the left eye done. Yeah, I don't know why it's suddenly sore. All I can put it down to is I've stopped putting drops in it. So, hello, Rose. How are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting the headache, Chris. I think it's because I've got one eye done and not the other eye. I think it'll be better when I get them both done because I'm seeing like two different, I'm seeing fuzzy and dark and light and bright. So the two things together are not helping, if you know what I mean. I've had I won't say a booming headache. I've just had that little, you know, kind of dull headache all the time since I've had it done. So I'll be glad to sort that out. But it'll be New Year now. Oh, you're making some orders. What you're making today, Rose? I noticed you got a video coming up later today. So what are you crocheting for your orders today, Rose? Tumbler holders, yeah. Man, it's hot over there, isn't it? I suppose you do drink a lot of water and carry a lot of waters round with you. Not something many people do, yeah. Oh, the life of retail, don't remind me. It's fun some days and other days it's not fun. Especially coming up to Christmas if you're working in anywhere where you get more people. I'd hate to work in a toy shop or something at Christmas. Can you imagine? Especially if there's one thing that nobody has and everybody wants. Yeah. Good night. You work at Macy's. Oh dear. I'm so glad I don't work in retail anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. My back and my knees wouldn't let me. Yeah, my little eyes are going. They're shut in on their own. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm off to bed as well. I'll try and watch your video, Rose, tomorrow, but it might be middle of the week before I get around to it. I'm not at my best. I've got to get my washing out the dryer. At least I've done the washing. I usually do that on a Sunday, but I did it today because everybody was out. So at least my washing's done and I changed my bedding. So I've got a nice clean bed to jump into. It's always nice when it's bedding day, isn't it? When you get into bed and it's all fresh sheets and everything. I like that day. One of my friends said to me once, if I was rich, I'd have clean bedding every day. I said, yeah, but if you were rich, I'd have somebody else to put the clean bedding on for you. No, only one, Rose, only the right eye at the minute. Yeah. I hate tangling with that duvet cover. I don't know about anybody else. People have shown me easy ways to put it on and I still have to tangle with it. So if I was rich enough to have clean bedding every day, I'd want to be rich enough to have somebody to put it on for me. You know, somebody would come in and change the bed for me. Even in hospital, you don't get your bed changed every day now like you used to. I can remember that years ago. You used to get your bedding changed every single day in hospital. That was when they had more nursing assistants and things. They're all short staffed like everywhere else these days. Yeah. Now, some of the sheets used to be starched, didn't they? Oh. I was in hospital once for 10 days when I was young. And I had like sores on my heels, you know, through pushing myself off the bed because the white sheets were so starchy. They took all the skin off the back of my heels. Yeah. You'll try and record some footage for your channel, not your chan, right? Okay. Are you going to bed as well now, Enid? Yeah. I'm going to bed as well now, Enid, so I wouldn't leave it running too long, love. Yeah, where are you called? She's not actually called Sadie. She's called Rosita. So why have you got Sadie? Sadie Aki. Does that have a meaning? Is that part of your name, Rose? No, she hasn't answered me. It's like Ganticiliera is the name of her channel. And I never know what that means either. Because she's from the Philippines, you see. It's from a cartoon of your childhood. Oh, if you want to go to see Bag of Days live, if you want to nip from me to there to her, because I'm going to bed now. So if you're still up for everything, Bag of Days got a live on now. What does Ganticiliera mean, Rose? Good night, Ella. I think it must mean something, but I don't know what it means. Ganticiliera is tag along for crochet. So it's like your local dialect word for crochet. Aha. Mm-hmm. We're getting to know things now. You just changed the end. You just want to confuse us, don't you, Rose? Right, Rose, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed now. Thanks for your company as usual. We've had a good evening apart from the trolls. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like watching when she goes. When you go out, when you take us with you, Rose, I like going and seeing all your stores, your big stores and everything. Yeah. Yeah, well, I like watching her go out when she gets in these little jitneys and things. Goes out different places. It's nice to know about different cultures and different places, isn't it? I suppose Rose likes looking at things that we do from England or America. Yes, okie dokie. Right, I'm going to go. My eyes are closing, as you can probably see. They're going like droopy and droopy. Yeah. Yeah, I like it when you take us along, especially the Christmas trees and all the lights that were in your big stores when you showed all that off. The big stores were really clean and wide and not like they are in the UK, where they try to cram as much in the aisles as they can, so you have to manoeuvre your trolley in and out the body bluebells. Yeah. I hate that when they stick things at the ends of aisles and you can't get your trolley round. Oh, it's supposed to make you buy more, but it doesn't. It makes me annoyed when you can't get your trolley round because of big displays of quality streets or something. I need to sew that ending. Look at that now. How can I wear a sweater about 4 times and not notice it has an ending? Yeah, I saw you doing that with your pencil cactus plant. Now, if Miguel were here, he'd like a cactus plant. I'm not a lover of cactus, but Miguel is. Right, people, I am definitely going. Yeah, you showed me some more for going out in the malls, especially the Christmas ones. I like seeing all the Christmas decorations and the lights. It's nice that. So bye, everybody. I'm going to go now. Thank you all for your company. So bye-bye now. And I'll see you all next week. Bye now.